Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today it's May 26th. Regardless of when you're watching this video, it is recorded on May 26th. Tomorrow is May 27th, which is fairly obvious due to today's date. But what you don't know, what I want to talk to you about, is that tomorrow on May 27th, me and my good friend Mystepho are going to a highly anticipated event on our part. And we are going to Cinemateket in Stockholm, where we are going to be attending a very unique actors studio conversation with none other than Mr. David Fincher himself. So yeah, I don't know what to say. One of the few directors who has actually earned himself his own little shelf here, featuring like all my David Fincher movies and David Fincher memorabilia, you know, from just DVDs and collector's boxes to bizarre promo items. Yeah, you've all seen this shelf, so I don't really need to talk about it. I'm just so excited and hyped up for this. So I think this sort of theater where they're having this little conversation, I think it has roughly like 300 seats, and you know, when we heard about this, we were so psyched, and we were like, okay, we gotta get tickets for this thing. So luckily Mystepho, he goes to Cinemateket quite often, so he had time to go there when they released the tickets. I can't remember the date, but they were released in the evening. I think it was like 5 o'clock or maybe 7 o'clock, and the tickets sold out within 35 minutes. And they had like a maximum buying limit of 5 tickets per person that was there. And you know, the staff at the checkout stand said that, you know, they'd never seen anything like it. They were just blown away by the insane amount of people, and you know, the way the tickets were selling at such an insane rate actually. And Mystepho just got to the checkout stand, and there were like 8 tickets left to buy, and so he, you know, he was able to get a ticket, and I was just so excited. And that's what we're doing tomorrow, and I will bring my camera and try to film some stuff there and follow up this video, so I will edit the two together, so next time you see me it will be May 27th. But before we go to that part, I want to show you something which I've been preparing for tomorrow, and I got it right here on the table, so I'm just going to start by showing you this. This is, I didn't make this, but this is a promotional Halloween card which was sent out to create a buzz about the David Fincher film Zodiac. It's basically a replica of a card which is featured in the film, and the Halloween card featured in the film is actually a replica of the actual Halloween card which was sent from the actual Zodiac killer in reality, because it's a movie based on real events. The card in the movie is actually based on actual police scans. So it's, you know, very authentic and exactly like the one that was used in real life. If you remember my videos, if you've seen, you know, you follow my videos, which I assume you are, you will remember that I actually tried to hook up with David Fincher once before at the shooting location for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which was partially shot here in Sweden. I went to set, but I was never able to get a close look at him or shake his hand or something. But I handed off this USB stick, which I placed in this envelope. I like a movie clip with me just showing my David Fincher shelf and stuff, sort of like a personal message to him. Now I don't know if he actually got that, but you know, I was able to hand it off to one of his assistants. So for this time around, my second chance to meet one of my favorite directors, I decided to do something even better. So what I did is that I took this card, this promotional card that I own, and I scanned it, did some editing in Photoshop, and then I handed the pictures off to my local photo studio place thing, and they printed them out. And after that, I managed to create my very own version of this Halloween card. I think it looks awesome. The size is slightly different, but because, you know, I had to use like their standard photo size for making the print good. But here we have the front. As you can tell, I just swapped my face for the skeleton's face. And flipping over to the back, it looked quite different, because the back was sort of like the hardest part, because the writings on this are just so random and psychotic, and I didn't really know what to replace them with, because, you know, they're weird to begin with. So I just went with this. So basically it just says, you know, perfect director forever, and then just says Fincher in the middle, and like just who am I, and look inside if you turn over. And now I'm just going to show you the inside real quick. Here we have the inside of the original card there, and I have obviously also recreated the inside of my own version right here. So there you can see the two, but basically I removed some of the text and added some similar text of my own and got my own Disc Junkie logo down there. So yeah, that is it. And you know, the print worked so great. The original is slightly redder in tone, but you know, it's very hard to recreate colors when you don't really know what the printing quality will be like. But anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you about. And also, I wasn't really sure what else to do, but I wanted to put some stuff in there just to sort of reconnect to what I tried to do the first time. So instead of giving him like a video clip, which I did last time, I've actually taken some photos, which I also you know, printed out at the local printout place. And here we just have all the DVDs side by side, close up of the shelf, and all my releases laid out like flat on the table. And there's the last shot of the original promotional card as it is on the shelf. And I figured I would also throw in some stickers and whatnot. And these are also fitted to be able to, you know, I can put them inside the card. They're, you know, exactly the same size. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but you know, mark my words, somehow I'm gonna get this fucking Halloween card to David Fincher. I don't care what happens, you know, it's just gonna be done, you know, as a sign of my appreciation for this awesome director who has created so many great movies. And you know, it's just been, you know, yeah, I don't know. God, I'm so hyped up for this, and you might hear that from the tone of my voice, and I'm also a little bit stressed because I'm, you know, just trying to shoot this before I go to bed. But yeah, that is, I should be going to bed, and I want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow with Mystepho at Cinemateket, preparing for David Fincher, and hopefully you will get it to see him on cam. I don't know if you can film in there, but that's it. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so now we're sitting at Cinemateket, and by we, I mean of course me and Mystepho, as usual. Yeah, we're in some kind of sofa lounging place.
Definitely call it lounge.
Yeah. Put your feet up. I don't know, do we have anything to say that we wanna... I basically told them everything already about, okay, you know, what we're going through, so...
I do not know what kind of relationship you have with your YouTube.
Yes, we're very close. Well, basically I think we're actually gonna just try to go to the entrance and wait there. It's how long is it now before they begin?
1 hour. T minus 1 hour.
T minus 1 hour.
Something like that.
So yeah, I guess we'll just head on over there, and then I'm supposing we'll film something inside if that's allowed. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. If it's allowed, we'll be sure to bring you in there somehow. Yeah. So stay tuned once again. Okay, so
we're standing here on this big jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's been like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours since we shot the last clip.
Yeah.
Sadly, we couldn't shoot any video footage in the theater, or what we're gonna call it, during the conversation. I shot a very small clip just before Fincher arrived, but we were informed later on that, you know, we couldn't shoot any video. We could take pictures, and you took some pictures, I think.
I took some pictures, and they were pretty bad, but yes.
The first like 3 rows in the theater were like reserved for film students, so we couldn't sit up front, and like the 4th row I think was for press people.
Yeah.
So we ended up at the 5th row.
It was a very non-poking distance.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was very sort of...
I wished...
It wasn't like, oh, I'm just reaching out, oh, there he is. It's just... and also, there was like, after the whole conversation thing, which was very interesting. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was just... They showed some clips, and sort of discussed that, showed some clips from 7, and Fight Club and such. So it was really interesting. But then, basically afterwards, there was like a Q&A session.
Yeah, as in the Actors Studio segment.
But that was also very much, you know, the focus was to let the film students ask the questions. That was sort of, you know, like which is probably like the way it is in the original, you know, Actors Studio format as well. So.
And it was according to Mr. Fincher's request. Yes.
But I mean, he did grant a few others in the audience.
Yeah, and somebody did a shout out from the back, like,
somebody just stood up like, I just want to ask the question. I'm just gonna ask it.
And it worked.
Yeah, and it worked. So I figured I should have done that, because I mean, I raised my hand like every fucking time, but you know, sadly I didn't get a chance to ask any questions. It was really annoying in the beginning because, I mean, you can probably tell, but I mean, I've been hyping for this like the entire week.
Yeah.
And I've just, you know, I felt it myself just when we got into the theater that I was so unchatty and just because I've been, you know, I was basically like for the first like 15-20 minutes sitting there, I sort of had a hard time even listening to what I was talking about, because I was just, okay, how am I gonna prepare this? It's like total mind melt. And I even asked like the people down in the you know, so I don't know what you would call them, just some of the people
staff,
were, some of the staff people, to sort of, you know, see if, you know, if there would be Q&A and such and such. The thing was that then when they were showing the clips from movies, the first and the second time that they did that, David Fincher and Roger Wilson, the guy who was having the interview, moved aside from like the center stage and walked out towards the exits, just, you know, during the clip. And you know, after the first two clips I was like, okay, maybe I should just like, when they announce the next clip, I'll just walk down the stairs, because I mean, you know, what's at the end of the aisle, so I figured, you know, nobody wouldn't really pay attention to me.
I actually thought about that.
And I was just sitting there like, okay, next time I'm just gonna, you know, just give me one more clip and I'll just walk down and just, you know, hand him the fucking Halloween card in the dark and just be like, hey man, just a gift, sorry, you know, you don't have to, no, it doesn't need any discussion, just something I made for you. So I was just sitting there, I was so hyped up, and then it's like, then the next clip they showed, they didn't walk off the stage. And I was like, what the fuck? And so they just sat in the middle there and sort of be like, yeah, we'll be like down in front. And I was like, okay, so that didn't work. So then, you know, all the questions just went to, you know, like the film students mainly, and you know, I was just more and more panicky. I didn't know what to do, so...
Panky?
Panicky.
Okay.
Panicky, sorry.
Panky.
I don't know.
Panky.
I don't know what panky means.
I don't know. Panky's in hanky-panky? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think panky's a word.
Oh.
You know, outside of context.
Oh, I think panky is a word, you know.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, so I mean, I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know which way they were going to exit, but I assumed they would be exiting the same way they came in, and by that standard, you know, when they started walking off the stage, I could sort of just, intercept them. And Mystepho's carrying a pizza box, by the way, which is a bit peculiar.
With
but
actual pizza pieces?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But, so anyway, then they sort of ended. They were like, okay, this is the last question for the session. And I was like...
And I felt in his body, he was like, okay, I'm going.
I'm ready to go. Just... So basically, when people started clapping and they were sort of, you know, still on stage, I just walked out into the aisle and made my way down towards the stage. And there was some guy, you know, of the staff walking up to him and sort of handing him like a bunch of flowers and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try to sort of not just really sneak my way towards, you know, no sudden movements, just sort of walk right up there and be like, hey, I'm just walking up, you know. And I think I got like, I got pretty close. I got like two meters away from him before I sort of felt like this sort of, just like a tug in my, and it's like this big black security guy, and who's sort of like, I mean, he was Swedish, but or he spoke Swedish, and he was like, like, excuse me, and I just like showed him the car and tried to make some sort of gesture to, you know, kind of gesture you would make, sort of explaining that I'm not a terrorist, without any actual conversation. No. He basically just, anyway, sort of asked me like, okay, what, you just want to give him something, or what's the deal? And I'm, yeah, I made this thing and I would like to hand it over, you know, is that okay? And they didn't really say anything, he just sort of held me back, like, you know, just... And, you know, I didn't really want to give it to him, because, you know, I don't trust people to hand things over, so I just wanted to give it to him personally.
But he noticed you.
Who?
The Fincher. The Fincher.
He did, okay.
Yeah, didn't you see it?
I didn't, because I was so preoccupied trying to...
Yeah, because you were like waving the card in front of him.
Yeah?
Yeah. You didn't...
Oh, you mean when he went out?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought you meant while I was talking to the security guy.
No.
Okay,
he went out, of course.
Yeah, because then he sort of started making his way out, and like closing up, you know, like here, just walking by with like this big bunch of flowers. So I was just like, hey, what am I gonna do? So I'm just holding that sort of, hello sir, please, you know, just a gift to do. You don't have, please, just. And I was sort of, you know, waving it over this bunch of flowers, like a really big flower bouquet. And I was like, you know, if someone doesn't take this, I'm just gonna stick in the fucking flowers, you know, it's like a fucking flower card. But so Fincher didn't grab it, but apparently, you know, like when it was walking by, I don't know if it was the same security guy or someone else.
Yeah, I think it was.
But some of the staff sort of accompanying the circle around Fincher. One of those, the Fincher circle. One of those guys just nabbed the card. And I mean, I did tell him that it was a gift, so I assume it made it.
But you will never know.
I will never know.
And I know
until the next time.
Yeah, the next time. Next time you will do a cardboard figurine yourself.
You could do a sign, that would be good. Just like save. I don't know. Yeah, and you know, I don't mind. This was so fucking funny, but
yeah.
The
fun you had making that card. The fun with the pizza.
The fun with the pizza. It's just a remarkable. But I mean, it definitely wasn't like a signing opportunity, because we were sort of wondering about that, if there would be any way to sort of get stuff signed, but that was just...
Probably he would have to stay there for, I mean, half an hour, an hour. I mean,
I mean, you could tell that there was a lot of time pressure, so you know, for him to get going and stuff like. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that we couldn't get Fincher on tape, but we did see him up close, and it was just a wonderful conversation interview thingy.
You almost entered his nostrils with your card, your homemade card.
Yeah.
I have to
I've
say.
been. You could say that I've sort of been. What is it? I've been breezing Fincher with my Halloween card.
Yeah, you probably
sort of like one of those sort of, I don't know what you call them, like Hawaiian girls with the aloha.
You're the typical Hawaiian girl.
Yes, I am. Happy heart.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was really fun. And then we got to see the movie Klute. I don't know what year it was made, but it's like 60s, 70s.
78? No, 68.
78, 90, and 2000. But that was a movie that Fincher picked out for us to watch.
And briefly talked about in the Q&A.
Yeah, it was sort of mentioned briefly there.
And I guess you could see some of the, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was really, I don't know, if now you're like not gonna hear anything because the train is coming.
You have to shout now!
but it was.
He is so taken by this, as you can see. So starstruck, little boy.
But it was a very good movie. I really enjoyed the Klute with Donald Sutherland and Jane Fonde. Yeah. It was surprising because I usually a lot of time watching older movies I sort of get bored easily, but this was very
You have a world of old movies that will not.
I know. And this was very inspiring, watching a movie which was so intriguing, keeping the suspense. And very well shot, beautiful, interesting imagery. But I guess that sort of does it for this odd little thing, which doesn't really show you anything of what we actually did, but it's a nice little recap of our experience. So that's it. Another memorabilia handed off to something.
The world, no?
No,
handed off. No,
I meant mine. That's not really memorabilia, just another strange.
Have you ever handed off anything else?
No, I haven't.
To anyone else than?
Well, except for the last time. No, I haven't.
No. That's kind of that makes you.
I'll need to hand. That makes
in his eyes.
No, yeah, okay.
And everybody else.
Doesn't know.
No, but everybody else.
Yeah,
knows.
but everyone else. Okay, so everyone else thinks I'm a freak, and Fincher just thinks I'm just okay. That's the weird guy. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed the experiences tonight.
And pizza.
Yeah, do you have anything to add?
No, nothing
Right.
ever to add.
So.
You have to come to my new apartment and do a video soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have a new shelf. It's the total shelf space is 5.2 meters.
The wall.
Yeah, the wall has gotten bigger.
So look forward.
Look forward to that. Yeah.
Sort of like in a subway train when drunk. So look forward to that. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.